Hello everyone, back tuning into our first video today. Well, actually it's the only video upload for today. So this is the USA forecast, which we have moved, and sort of combined and moved from a Monday and a Thursday to just doing it once a week now on a Wednesday. So it's going to be looking at weather next 10 to 14 days for the United States, and then we'll extend out beyond that, the extended CFS-B2 for the next 4 weeks. And so we're going to be live streaming tonight at 6 o'clock, and in the live stream we will sort of live stream the main 10 to 14 day video update for the UK and for the rest of Europe as well. So that will be coming up in our live stream from 6 o'clock tonight. So yeah, I'll be live streaming a 10 to 14 day video update for the UK and for Europe as well. So, as I say, I've been juggling around the uploads, the videos over the past few days to try and fit everything in. We've started winter update season now, and so it means that I haven't got time to do 2 USA forecasts a week on a Monday and a Thursday. So we've combined the Monday and Thursday USA forecast to once a week on a Wednesday in the day before the live stream. The weekend forecast for Europe that we would normally do on a Friday morning, that's been moved to Thursday morning now. As well, so it's just a matter of juggling it all around, trying to fit all the different updates in. I do want to keep these updates going, but I have started, increasing the content amount. I want to keep them going, but it is a little bit trickier now. We've got so many more updates, and it can get even harder as well later in the year when Christmas updates begin. How I'll fit it all in, I don't know, but I will get it all fitted in. Don't worry. So yeah, let's get on with the USA forecast though. So here we go. These are YouTube exclusives, by the way. We don't embed these to GavsWeatherVids.com. So if you want to know when we are releasing these USA forecasts, then you will need to subscribe to the channel, enable all notifications, and maybe notified when we are releasing the videos. Okay, let's get on then. So we're starting in the tropical Atlantic. We're at peak hurricane season now in September, so there's a lot going on. We've got 4 areas of interest. We've got a yellow X just there. We've got another one that's over inland at the moment in Africa. Then we've got Tropical Storm Paulette, and we've got a Tropical Depression, I think that is, Renee. Yes, that's Renee. I won't say anything more about that, other than say we'll be talking about that in the live streams, I think, over the coming days, because a bit of a faux pas was made by me in yesterday's 10 to 14 day video update. And if you watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that, anyway, is Renee. Right, let's deal with them one by one then. So let's deal with the one over on the coast of Africa first of all. That is Disturbance 2. Disturbance 2 with a 30% chance of cyclone formation, but an 80% chance of cyclone formation in the next 5 days. 30% in the next 2 days, 80% in the next 5 days. It's still inland across Africa. They're saying a tropical wave is forecast to emerge off the west coast of Africa on Thursday. Gradual development is expected once the system moves over water, and a tropical depression is likely to form this week or over the weekend while the system moves generally westwards across the eastern tropical Atlantic. That looks like going to become a tropical storm. This one up here is Disturbance 1. Now, 30% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours, and a 30% chance in the next 5 days. So let's see what's said about this one. A small area of low pressure is located around 400 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, with minimal shower and thunderstorm activity. Gradual development of the low is possible during the next 2 or 3 days, and it could become a tropical depression while it continues to move slowly west-northwestward towards the coast of South and North Carolina. Interested in these areas should monitor the progress of this disturbance. So that may actually become a tropical storm as it gets towards the Carolinas, towards the southeastern coast of America. Right, where to next? Okay, so we've got Paulette. So this is Tropical Storm Paulette with 60 mile per hour sustained winds, a minimum central pressure of 997 millibars. It's moving west at 8 miles per hour. Clicking on Paulette. And we can see what Paulette's forecast do. So remaining as a tropical storm, basically, until the early part of next week. Current position of Paulette is just there. And it becomes a tropical storm, or it's still a tropical storm, I should say, south of Bermuda on Monday. While that's still lurking around in the Atlantic, at any point it could upgrade, and it's still a tropical storm on Monday, so that may at some point become a hurricane. There's no sign of it becoming a hurricane before Monday, but by Monday it's still like a tropical storm, so there will be risks with that, but it could blow up. And then lastly, we've got Renee. We've got Renee just here. Let's click on Renee. So Renee is currently giving maximum sustained winds of 35 miles per hour with a minimum set pressure of 1,004 millibars. And it's moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. Clicking on Renee shows that this is going to become, or it's forecast to become, a very short-lived hurricane. On Friday. Current position of Renee is just there as a tropical storm. We go to a Category 1 hurricane briefly on Friday, and it's back down as a tropical storm through the weekend and into the early part of next week. It's all going on, it's all kicking off, and we'll be keeping a very, very close eye on this over the coming few days. This is the latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net. You can see the position of these two disturbance areas in the tropical Atlantic. That is, or tropical storm, I should say. That's Paulette just there. That one is Renee. At the moment, you look at that and think that Paulette is like the stronger of the two. So I suppose Paulette is the stronger of the two, given that Paulette is a tropical storm and Renee is a tropical depression. But it's actually going to be Renee that becomes, very briefly, a hurricane on Friday. So Renee is going to power up quite a lot from like the current position. Can't really make out that disturbance area that we've got over here yet that might impact southeastern coast America. I think it's somewhere around there. So can't really make that one out yet, but some sort of circulation could start to form with that. This is the GFS 6Z, looking at the tropical Atlantic, midnight, I should say, looking at the tropical Atlantic from tropicaltidbits.com. So again, this is where the disturbance areas are. That's the one that might impact the southeast coast of states in a day or so's time. This is Paulette. This one is Renee. Let's see what the GFS is forecasting to happen with these disturbance areas. Keep an eye on the L's. You can see as we're running through to like Friday weekend. Again, we've got two significant areas, one just there, and that's one that's come off the coast of Africa as well, down here. This one just here is another significant disturbance area. So by like the weekend, we've got three. This is Saturday 12. We've got three very, very significant areas of low pressure meandering around. There's another one forming. Look at that. Another one's forming just there off the coast of Africa. Let's move on. That's Monday, by the way, Monday. So by Monday, we've still got Paulette there. We've still got Renee there. We've got that one there. And another one is down there as well. Let's see what happens after that. So we find that what is Paulette sort of absorbs Renee, I think, and becomes an area of low pressure up here. This is that next disturbance area that's currently off the over the overland in Africa. The following disturbance area, that sort of disappears. That one dies a bit of a death. Let's see what happens. We carry on running on through. Now this becomes a very significant storm. This disturbance area over Africa is forecast to become a very, very significant storm by Tuesday, 22nd of September. That is definitely reaching hurricane status. It's down to 952 millibars. So let's go back here. So this yellow X just here, the GFS is forecast back to become a very, very, very significant hurricane, I think, in around 10 days' time or so, just here, and off the east coast of America. This one could menace the eastern seaboard of the states. It might do. It's all very, very, a very long way out, very extended range stuff. But that does look quite alarming, actually. That very, very significant hurricane that's moving up the eastern seaboard there as we move through the third week of September. No other sort of notable disturbance areas following along behind after that one. But as I say, we're at peak hurricane season now, and we'll need to keep a very close eye. By the time we get through 24th of September, that low pressure is over Newfoundland. That hurricane's over Newfoundland as an area of low pressure. So that one is being predicted by the GFS anyway. I don't know what other models are forecast about, but the GFS anyway is forecasting that to become very, very significant. Right, okay, so looking at the rest of the United States, so this is how the 500 millibar height on flow charts looking for Penn State University for next week, 10 days. Got the ECWF on the left, and the GFS is over on the right. 500 millibars is an area in actual high pressure, low pressure, moving around by jet stream. Red side high pressure, blue low pressure. In the 10-day time frame, which takes us to around the 19th of September, we've got an area of above average heights here, with both of these models sitting over central and eastern parts of states. Cooler autumnal, or I should say fall air, I suppose, is up in the far north, edging in from Canada into the far north and northwest. But most parts of the states looks like they're still under a ridge and probably quite warm, actually. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're at Denver. So we know that had this extraordinary temperature change in Denver. On Monday, it went from around 36 degrees, knocking on the door of 100 Fahrenheit, to snowing yesterday in Denver on Tuesday. In 24 hours, it went from like 100 Fahrenheit to snowing in Denver within 24 hours. And the current position with the upper air temperatures, and it's still very, very chilly, actually. Look how low the upper air temperatures are at the moment. They're going to be lifting up, though, getting back towards average. It should be a very hot time of the year for Denver and most western, rocky areas and into the southwest and west. It's a very hot time of year, of course. And so the temperature is going to pick up very quickly over the coming few days. And by the start of next week, we're back to like real heat again, temperatures well into the 90s Fahrenheit. And then generally staying pretty warm to hot through to the middle part of September. Precipitation-wise, so once we get all of the sort of rain and snow out of the way that's associated with that dropping temperature, going to be loads of dry weather in the coming days. Might start to break out some thunderstorms around Denver as we go into the third week of September. Temperature anomalies are looking like that. So a freeway split. Really, the northwestern part of the states is looking pretty warm or hot. These midwestern states look quite cold. And then in the east and the southeast, actually looks warmer once again. It's a bit annoying, isn't it, all this refreshing? This is a precipitation anomaly from the 9th to 17th of September. So, again, varying from area to area. Many of these western states are actually looking pretty dry. The east and the southeastern states look rather wet. These sort of west of the Midwest type states are a little bit on the unsettled side as well. But Midwest itself looks a little bit dry. It does vary from area to area quite clearly. Right, so that's how the GFS is currently looking for today. So the drop in temperature has been caused by this trough that we've had pushing down through these Midwestern states. So there's a trough of low pressure coming in through here, and then a ridge is building behind it. So the trough is pushed southwards. It's introduced that cooler air from the north, from Canada, and then a ridge is building in behind it. Over on the east side of the country, we're under a ridge and looking quite hot there. So the upper air temperatures are looking. So you can see that, like on the western side, it's pretty hot. Nowhere near as hot as it has been in west and southwest, but it is still pretty hot there. Eastern states and southeastern states look quite hot as well. But in between, this is a plunge in the temperature that's taking place with the trough of low pressure and then the ridge building in behind it within that cool air. Okay, let's move on then. So what happens is that we're going to find this ridge pushing over towards the east side of the country. Remember, initially that's quite a cool ridge, but it will eventually start to pull up some quite hot air from the south once again. So this is how things look as we go through the weekend into the early part of next week. By then we've got this ridge sitting across central, midwestern and eastern parts of America. It looks rather unsettled in the northwest. There could be some heavy showers, longer spells, rain and cooler air coming in from off the Pacific Ocean. Then the southwest and the south southwest and the south generally looking pretty hot. That's how the upper air temperature looking by the middle of next week. So you can see that the heat has surged back again from the southwest, pushed up into those sort of rocky type states, Rocky Mountain states, and up towards the Midwest. It's getting quite a lot hotter through there. In the northwest, it does look cooler. I mean, these eastern states are pretty warm as well, I would have thought, for the middle part of September. That's how things look as we get to day 10. So again, very hot in the southwest. By the time we get through to day 10, which is the 19th of September, very hot down there. Most of these east states also looking pretty warm. The far north, a little bit cooler up there. Cooler air is coming in from Canada. Then a major area of low pressure develops around certainly the 20th of September. Major area of low pressure developing from Canada, pushing down into the Midwest. That will bring lots of heavy rain and cooler northerly winds with it as well. So we have a shot of much cooler winds from the north as we go through 21st of September. Shot of much cooler northerly winds there. Hot on the east coast, hot in the southwest, but in the middle looking pretty cool with those north winds from Canada. And then by the time you get through to the very end of this GFS run, look at that. There's that hurricane I was talking about menacing the East Coast. At the moment, it doesn't give a direct hit to the East Coast, but we would have to watch out to see what's going to happen with that very, very significant system. By the time you get through to 384 hours away, as far as we can go, GFS 25th September, that low pressure has pushed up towards Canada. Just as an area of low pressure by then. Right, and this is how the ECM is looking. So, again, we've got pretty warm weather on the east side of America at the moment, quite hot through there. Out to west, though, it is a lot cooler, and as we know, we've had this temperature plunge through Denver in particular. Well, over weekend into next week, we find high pressure bringing the heat back across the western side of America, so things will start to get very hot again in the western parts of the states. Not as warm over on the east side as it has been, but still pretty warm. In the northeast, though, temperatures there, upper air temperatures there, are dropping just a little bit. Heading up towards day 10, this is how things are looking. High pressure off the eastern coast of America, pulling up quite warm to hot southerly winds on the eastern side, but the hottest temperature is actually still in the west once again. So again, through those western Midwest states and back to west coast, generally looking pretty hot through there with the ECM. Right, these are the 500 millibar high quality flow charts of Penn State University. No, but these are the 500 millibar forecast from CFSV2, broken down into weekly periods. This is week 1. It's the 9th to 15th of September. The coming week has a ridge in many parts of America. There'll be quite a lot of dry weather around. So we know that it's going to be gradually starting to warm up through those western states after the temperature plunge that has just taken place. This is week 2, which is the 16th, 22nd of September. Low pressure in the northeast, high pressure to the south-southeast. That should be pulling up quite hot air into more southern states, but this low pressure will pull cooler air down from Canada into the north and the northeast probably. This is week 3, it's the 23rd to 29th of September. Low pressure on the east side, high pressure out to the west. So that could pull down quite cool winds across many northern and eastern parts of the states, actually. Cool winds into many northern and eastern parts of the states there. And then we go through into week 4, which is the 30th of September, 6th of October. A ridge through the central states, bringing a lot of dry weather. Could be quite cool under that ridge, though. Temperature anomalies look like that, so obviously you can see where that temperature plunge has taken place through those central states, where we've got those blue colours. The far west actually quite hot, and the eastern side also looking pretty hot, but in between, like in the central states, much colder through there. By the time you get through to week 2, which is the 16th, 22nd of September, that cold air is receding back to Canada. Most parts of America are actually becoming quite warm. Week 3 sees another surge of cool air, though, through the Midwest and the East, becoming much cooler through there, that trough of low pressure. Hot in the west and the northwest with the ridge through there. And then we go through to week 4, very changeable this. Week 4 is the 30th of September, 6th of October. Cool in the south then, and in the southeast, generally very warm, though, for many northern and western states. Rainfall-wise, finally, so week 1, 9th to 15th of September. Dry in the north, quite wet though in the east and the southeast. Drier through there around the Gulf Coast. Into week 2, which is the 16th, 22nd of September. Dry in those central states, a little bit wetter in the southeast and also in the northwest, but northeast looking quite dry as well. Week 3 is going to be the 23rd to 29th of September. Wet in the east, dry across the sort of central states and up to the north. Quite wet down around the Gulf Coast of Texas. That might be tropical storm or hurricane related. And then week 4 is the 30th of September, 6th of October. Generally dry through these central states in particular. Okay then, so, I mean, it looks like, of course, what it's facing on at the moment is that big plunge in temperatures taking place through those central states. It looks like temperatures will recover as we go through the next week or so. Could get another shot of quite cool air, though, coming in from the north as we get towards the 3rd week of September. That's particularly more sort of the eastern and midwestern states, I think. And of course, the wider picture is what's going on in the tropical Atlantic. We are at peak hurricane season now. There could be something menacing the east coast, the eastern seaboard, in like 10 days' time. It's currently just an area of thunderstorms inland over Africa, but in around 10 days' time or so, 10 to 12 days' time, that might be a significant hurricane menacing the eastern seaboard. So all eyes on that. Right, okay, so do another USA forecast for you next Wednesday. Same time, same place. Tonight, 6 o'clock, we're going to be live streaming our 10 to 14 daily update for UK viewers. Taking loads of questions and just having a bit of a laugh, seeing how we're all doing as we come to this Wednesday evening. That can be from 6 o'clock tonight. For USA forecast, babe, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.